Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. If you're new here, hey, I'm Ria and this is my new YouTube channel, Ria's Autism World. Please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to help support my new channel. So I wanted to share the negative experience I've had with Sirona Care and Health, who've turned me down for counselling. According to them, I do not have a disability. Nope. Apparently, autism isn't a disability. So earlier this year, I was struggling with my mental health, so I went to my doctor and asked them to put me forward for some counselling. So my doctor agreed and said counselling would help me a lot, but she did warn me that it could take a while to hear back. Anyway, fast forward 2 or 3 months. I finally had a phone call from my doctor, or rather my doctor's receptionist, and she explained that she'd heard back from the counselling service and apparently I didn't qualify for counselling. Apparently, being autistic isn't considered enough of a disability to warrant counselling with their service. Like, seriously, I was so mad. So I just have to put up with my chronic depression, anger issues, health anxiety, and all my many other problems, all because I don't qualify? That is not a good way to treat autistic people. After a sudden family death in 2016, I had a nervous breakdown and I contacted the mental health crisis team. They asked whether I was thinking of taking my own life. I said yes, and I asked for emergency help as I wanted to be sectioned, and not only did they never come, but they never even phoned me back. Now, this was back in 2016, so I honestly cannot remember who it was who I phoned up. It really is no wonder so many young people end their lives, because they say to get help, to get some counselling or contact emergency crisis teams, but when you really want help, they don't want to help you. Now, I'm sure there's some brilliant mental health services out there, it's just I personally haven't experienced any of them yet. So I'm now going to read you part of the letter that I received in reply. Now, they weren't even going to send me a letter. It's only when I requested it from my doctor, when they turned me down for the counselling application, that I received a letter in the post. Sadly, I cannot show the actual letter because it has some personal details on there. As per process, when considering a referral to our team, I have reviewed Ria's records to see if it is appropriate for our specialist learning disability service to offer support to Ria. Ria was diagnosed by an autism spectrum service in March 2012 as having Asperger's syndrome, and was at the time offered access to their post-diagnostic support sessions and their advice service. For a start, that is totally wrong. I was diagnosed in December 2011 and I was never offered any additional support. What is Asperger's syndrome? People with Asperger's syndrome see, hear and feel the world differently to other people. People with Asperger's syndrome will not usually have a learning disability. What? That's lies. However, they may experience challenges such as specific learning difficulties, anxiety or other conditions. Ria accessed support in September 2016 and there is nothing to suggest that she required additional support from there or any other health service that would indicate a level of cognitive impairment that requires input from a specialist learning disabilities service. So stop right there. They have totally missed out a load of information. So they have no idea that I live at the doctor and the hospitals. So I'm at the doctor nearly every week with anxiety, depression, illnesses. So I'm constantly having tests done. I've been ringing ambulances. My mental health has been through the roof. And they're saying that there's like nothing wrong. That is just crazy. The only reason I'm not having support is because I've reached out for support in the past and nobody has helped me. And not only that, I have never been offered support from anywhere that I have been. And that is why I've reached out for counselling. I can see that Ria was recently placed on your GP Learning Disabilities register. However, I cannot see any evidence that she has a learning disability. Do they even know what autism is? Like, I struggle every day of my life. My mum is my carer. I don't go out on my own without my mum. I don't stay in the house on my own. I can't even cook a meal. And that is just one of like 1,000 things. And they're saying that autism isn't a disability? I bet whoever wrote that letter is one of those people who are like, you don't look autistic. I should send them a video of a full-on meltdown I had 2 months ago, and that would definitely change their perspective on autism being a disability. Okay, so turning on to page number 2, and it gets better, guys. Alright, so are you ready for this? So it says the clinical decision that Ria would benefit from the enhanced offer available by being on the Learning Disabilities Register, offer of an annual health check, flu vaccination, etc. However, a person on the Learning Disabilities Register with their GP's practice is not evidence that they have a learning disability or that they should access our services. My doctor literally told them I have a learning disability. I mean, what more proof do they need? My conclusion, therefore, is that Ria does not have a learning disability and that her presenting needs are in relation to her Asperger's syndrome, and it is therefore not appropriate for Ria to receive support from our service. Okay, so my 10-page autism diagnosis papers are a lie then, and apparently my doctor is a liar then. What an absolute shocking service. A mental health team, and they know absolutely nothing about autism. I appreciate that this is likely to be frustrating, both for you as well as Ria and her mother, and I have included some links to services below that I hope may be helpful. By the way, this letter was actually addressed to my doctor. So this is the letter that my doctor received, and then I just asked them to forward it on to me. So to end on a happy note, they've included some links which they think may be helpful. So they've included a local autism group. They've even included my local council. I mean, what are they going to do? Seriously? And they have included a local counselling service. And I am going to try contacting them, and hopefully there'll be better support than this company. So as you can see, this is a disgraceful way of treating someone with mental health problems. So yeah, absolutely avoid Sirona Care and Health if possible. They discriminate against autism, and that is definitely not on. So with my new YouTube channel, I wanted to make like a diary of my life with autism. So you get the good bits and the bad bits, and I definitely wanted to share with you guys the bad bits and the discrimination that I sometimes come across. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. Please do remember to subscribe to help support my channel. I will be uploading one video every week, usually on a Tuesday, so please look out for my future videos. Thanks for watching, bye!